Is Danneel ever going to be on the show? I don't know. No, she's too nervous to be on the show, I think. Yeah.
Is One Tree Hill still filming?
One Tree Hill is...
Yeah, why don't you go on One Tree Hill?
Yeah, why don't I go on One Tree Hill?
We're gonna get Ike and special effects.
Yeah.
Special effect Jensen. Hey guys. And then that.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say definitely not, but probably not. Yes.
Any movies this summer?
Any movies this summer?
Gonna watch some.
We're doing an extra episode this season. We're doing 23 episodes, so that's going to push us. That's going to push us a little longer than normal. So we're actually going to be shooting into mid-April. So that is down. If we do come back for 8, which is not official yet, but it looks good.
Yeah, we actually were kind of pushing this week to get some concrete stuff so we can come to you guys and
Tell you guys, but
they're not able to make a commitment.
and it's not. I mean, there's a lot of different variables, a lot of different factors involved. But I know that there has been talk about doing some extra episodes, which would probably make us start earlier. So our hiatus is now dwindled down to maybe almost 8 weeks as opposed to 12. But that's not to say that he and I both aren't reading scripts and looking at projects. But it's tough, you know. When he and I went off and did movies, what was that, between season 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Between seasons 3 and 4. Yeah, I know. We got back for season 4 and we were exhausted. And now we were about to start a 9-month run on Supernatural. So I think he and I both learned our lesson the hard way that, you know, if we do a movie, it probably needs to be a smaller role and not the lead role. So I don't know.
And I think my wife would kill me.
Yeah, and he's going to be a little busy raising a
I'm
child.
going to do a role in Budapest. Yeah, same. We certainly looked, but
Yes.
yeah.
I'm very excited to come to Dallas, obviously.
He tried that year, the movie year, but he was, because I could go because I was in Austin shooting.
Right.
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so we could do it. Yeah.
We had asked, you know, what cities out there would you guys like to try, and I was like, Dallas. So, that'd be fun. What? We are going to Vegas. Huh? Yes. What happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. Just so you know.
Yeah.
It's Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, I'm kind of be responsible. Next to Cliff, I can see you. How are you? Great, how are you?
Not you.
First of all, I bought you the family size packet of Pampers.
Yeah, you may know.
Just to make sure they absolutely get stuff.
Oh, good, yes. I'll fight for that.
Happy birthday. Get your birthday because it's the day before mine.
There you go. It's easy to remember that.
Then when is your birthday?
Well, happy birthday to you too.
Well, I haven't done happy too because I flew out of Australia on the 1st, got over here and I'm getting all these text messages going, happy birthday, I'm going, happy
Don't respond, your cell phone bill will be through the roof.
Who else flew over from across an ocean? How many?
Who's not from Burbank? Is anybody, well, welcome to beautiful Burbank.
Is anybody from here? Is anybody just like, nice?
This is where I first lived when I moved to California.
Right there, actually.
No, for those of you who live here and are familiar with the area, the Equestrian District, the Equestrian Center, me and a buddy of mine rented a house right there because I was like, well, this reminds me of Texas, so I'm going to be here. And I did. We had horse stalls and a corral in the back of our house. And horses would go up and down our street all day long, and I'm like, this is fantastic. But I eventually moved away from there. But yeah, this is where I was during all the days of my life. I don't know if I
The days are gone. These are.
What is happening on that show? Is it still on? Is it still on? Did you die? It's one of the few that is still on. I think a lot of those shows have gone away. In the very back. Yes.
Jared, as a Longhorn, I have to ask you, Major Applewhite or Chris Sims?
Major Applewhite. I gotta go Major Applewhite.
You gotta go Major Applewhite just because of his name.
Yeah.
I mean,
His comeback, he's amazing. Yeah.
Major Applewhite? Come on.
Chris Sims was a great passer.
Major Padalecki.
To the other team. Major. Funny enough.
Colonel Padalecki.
Captain Padalecki. Yeah. Gotta go Major. And your friend next to you. I know.
It was a double. I got you. All right. Yeah. Yes. What about the car? Oh, that sucks.
That sucked too. That was a sucky suck as well.
A sucky suck.
To see that go.
I'm so sick of these. You know, not only am I sick, but I'm sick for Dean too. The poor guy. You know, the car has been. I think I've said this. The car was given quite a bit of an overhaul, and is just so amazing now, and we haven't even used it. I know that they are keeping that in their back pocket. They'll probably bring it back for something big. You know, probably.
On Monday, tomorrow. So, yeah, woo! We haven't seen it yet.
No, we haven't seen it yet, so it's, I know it is, but we started talking about it again. We was talking about it in the morning. So hopefully it'll be, what's that? I have driven it since we,
Which is just an awful tease, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, I think I drove it around the block once and I'm like, get me out of this thing. I don't want to talk about it until I can drive it for real, so.
And you can hear it. I mean, it's a
That's got a good sound to it. So yeah, I don't know yet. It's but I know that they didn't put 20 grand in the car for it to never be seen again. It'll be seen. Yes. Yeah. What's the craziest thing that we?
He's awesome, and he comes in and he's like, oh, Sam, no, and they go, and great, cut. And then he'd be like, so what next, guys? What do you think? I swear to God.
He did. His name was Hero, and he had like the coolest like. He's like, hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? And, like action.
Very white.
Yeah, the Japanese game show was definitely on the wacky scale.
And I still gotta say, and this was nerve-wracking, but Jared and Jensen playing Sam and D, playing Jared and Jensen playing Sam and D. Literally, it was also, that was crazy. That was nerve-wracking for me.
I think it was you. You came over and said, "Listen, this is what we're doing. It's Jared and Jensen playing Sam and D, playing Jared and Jensen playing Sam and D," and I just went. Jensen, wake up.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, even especially when the show came out, even now when I meet somebody who doesn't know the show, what do you do, blah, blah, and I get into it. They're like, you have powers? I was like, well, not really, but I did, but it was because there was this demon and Ruby, who I married. It's a universe that's had this kind of crazy real life combination of fake life with real life. I mean, it's been pretty crazy. Yeah. Season 1 was like, oh, these two guys, you know, we like
Urban legend, drive around the country and fight things that go bump in the night.
yeah. And then all good.
7 seasons later, what's the show about?
One time when someone doesn't know, but they find out there's on the show, and they start to pose a question like, y'all guys deal with, just people, yep, we have, probably. Like, you have, like, angels? No, not currently, but yes. Not like the devil? Yep, that would be for a little bit, yep. Is that like a vampire show? No, but yes, we've had some. We're pretty all over the place. So, but, you know, I think that's one of the reasons why
we love it so much, and hopefully you guys love it so much, is because it's so. I mean, there are no kind of parameters. Like, we can go anywhere we want. We can go down any road. I mean, it's like who knows what's going to happen to these guys next? And I think that you know the options are limitless, and that's a good thing to have.
yes.
I remember I got a rehearsal, and I got out and I'm like, I'll kill you. He was like,
It was such a perfect, I wasn't in directly that part, I was in the episode, but I wasn't in that part of the scene. And I remember watching it, and I was like, that's such a perfect, sometimes you read something on a page, and then when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, that's so much funnier than I thought it was going to be. Just the reaction, yep, it's good. Yeah, here you go. I'm like, why didn't I just do that?
I remember, I think Tim Isopano was the director of it.
That's right.
And when Gabe took off in the car, he was like, drive the car! Drive it!
Jensen said he'd kill me.
Yeah, he said, this is gonna kill me.
I remember actually that day, that was in Latin.
Yeah, it was in Latin.
So we shot it, and between those episodes,
How do we remember that?
I remember, I don't know. Because I just had my arm operated on, and I had general anesthesia, so I went under to get my surgery on my wrist. And the next day, I went to work. And they didn't think much of it, but I'd been anesthetized 24 hours before. They're like, you had a day of rest. So I come in, I got my cast. I remember there was a scene where I was supposed to come down the stairs. It was kind of like this or something. And then I fell down the stairs, and then our first AD